Hello students, in the earlier two videos on the essay The March of Mind by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, we had learned that Dr. Radhakrishnan was the first elected chancellor of a university, and this essay is a part of his speech which he delivered on the occasion of convocation ceremony. His speech is as an invocation to the young people that they should understand their responsibility for their country. He hopes from the young people that they would work for the development of their country and would make such a new India that would be free from lacking, disease, caste discrimination, and where everyone, whether a man or a woman, would enjoy the same rights equally. Now, in this video, I am resuming the text and its explanation of the essay The March of Mind by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. This text is found on page number 9 of the textbook Prose and Fiction that is prescribed in MGS University, Bikaner for BA Part 3rd, English Literature, Paper 2nd. This book is published by Oxford University Press. Now I am beginning from the first paragraph on the page number 9 of the textbook. We are living through one of the great revolutionary periods in human history. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan is addressing in the convocation ceremony where the degrees are being conferred upon to the scholars. He addresses them and says that we here is Indians. We Indians are living through one of the great revolutionary periods in human history. As we had attained independence, so he says that we are passing through one of the great revolutionary time in human history. The revolutionary efforts spread over several centuries in other parts of the world are concentrated in a short span of time in our country. The revolutionary efforts. He wants to say that we have got less time for development of our country as compared to the development of the other nations. The revolutionary efforts spread over several centuries. Other nations have taken several centuries to make development, while our revolutionary efforts are concentrated means limited in a short span of time, short period of time in our country, means we have got less time to make development in our country as compared to the other countries. We are facing a many sided challenge: political and economic, social and cultural. He says that we Indians are facing many sided challenge as political challenge, economical challenge, social challenges and cultural challenge. Education is the means by which the youth is trained to serve the cause of drastic social and economic changes. As we are facing many sided challenges, so he gives a solution to face these multiple challenges as saying that education is the means by which the youth can be trained to serve the cause of drastic means much social and economic changes. Drastic uh, can be also understood by fatal. So he says that education is the best means by which we can face the multiple uh, types of challenges in our society. Nations become back numbers if they do not reckon with the developments of the age. Nations become back numbers. We lag behind, the nations lag behind if they do not reckon. Reckon means take care with the developments of the age. If we do not take care, if we do not make pace with the development of the age, if we do not make pace with the developments of other nations, we would lag behind. The industrial growth of our country requires a large number of scientists, technicians, and engineers. He says that if we want to make industrial growth of our country, it requires a large number of scientists, technicians, and engineers. The rush in our universities for courses in science and technology is natural. The rush means people want to take admission in these courses, the courses that are in science and technology. He says that people want to take admission in the courses of science and technology, and this rush is natural. Men trained in these practical courses help to create productivity. Men who are trained in these practical courses, the practical courses of science and technology, these type of courses help to increase productivity, agricultural and industrial. These practical courses that are related to science and technology, they help to increase productivity in the country, agricultural and industrial both. They also hope to find employment easily. Those who want to join these courses, they also hope that with these courses they can get employment easily. To help the students to earn a living is one of the functions of education. Arthkarika Vidya. To help the students to earn a living is one of the functions of education. To help the students to earn a living means education makes a person to be able to earn money. So it is said arthakarika vidya. Arthakarika vidya means education gives earth means money. Education makes us able to earn money. I do not believe that science and technological studies are devoid of moral values. Radhakrishnan says that he does not believe that scientific and technological studies are devoid of means empty of moral values. He says that if any student studies science and technology, it does not mean that he is empty of moral values. He does not carry moral values in his personality. Science is both knowledge and power. Science is both knowledge and power. It has interest as well as utility. Science has interest and as well as utility means it has its utility, its use. It is illuminating as well as fruitful. Illuminating means uh, interesting and bright as well as fruitful. Fruitful means useful. Science is also useful. It demands disciplined devotion to the pursuit of truth. Science that is based on facts, it demands disciplined devotion or efforts to search the truth. It develops in its votaries an attitude of tolerance, open mindedness, freedom from prejudice, and hospitality to new ideas. It develops. It here means science. Science develops in its votaries. Votaries means the dedicated people. The people who are dedicated to science. Science develops in its votaries an attitude of tolerance. Science develops in the people who take interest in studying science. It develops in them an attitude of tolerance, open mindedness, freedom from prejudice, and hospitality to new ideas. Hospitality to new ideas means they are ready to receive new ideas. Science reveals to us the inexhaustible richness of the world, its unexpectedness, its wonder. Science reveals, science shows to us the inexhaustible. Inexhaustible means unending richness of the world. As science discovers new things, it reveals the unending richness of the world. It reveals the unending luxurious things or many new things of the world, its unexpectedness. Science reveals the new things which are not expected by us. Science reveals the wonders.